Very good morning, all of you. Today we will learn the two or three topics: modern data analytics tool and the role of the big data in a data analytics. Okay, so first of all, we will move toward the this one. Okay, we'll start. Huh. So let's begin with the big data. Big data is a collection of large data set that cannot be processed using traditional computing techniques. It is not a single technique or a tool, so rather it has becomes a complete subject. There's a lots of statement has been given by expert. Big data is a data about data. It's a large volumes of data. There are many technology and companies have given a statement about the big data is a data that is coming from Facebook, Twitter, and becoming large and large. That is basically a not a worth of a statement. Big data is a advancement of a data warehouse technology. Why? Whenever we and warehouse was the advancement of the DBMS. So suppose that there's some kind of hierarchy. Suppose that we were handling the uh, data at on the daily basis. Suppose that we are creating the data on the daily basis. So we can store that kind of a data in a simple database. Okay. Uh, Now, whenever we have to handle whenever you have to use the whenever we need to use the data of last 10 years, that is the problems. Then that kind of a data will not be stored in a database. So based on the requirement of the past or historic data or a specific kind of a data to use, we move to warehouse. But the problem of the data warehouse, what was the data warehouse can handle the data of a particular organization in a very well manner. But when we handle the data of two or three or four organizations of a particular entity that are resided in multiple organizations, we will not be able to handle through the data warehouse. Then what was the reason behind this? So first of all, the transformation is the biggest or the crucial reason. On the basis of that, we were enforced to bring the big data technology. So big data is a kind of advancement of the data warehouse. Why I am saying that transformation? Suppose that I am getting the data bits Goa. I'm getting the data bits planning. I'm getting the data bits Dubai. All of three colleges are creating the data on a different places, and all of them are built on three different technology. Bits Goa is made on Java, Bits Plan is made on PHP, Bits Dubai is built on Python. So when we are getting the data at a bits office, then it means we are getting the data from three different technology. Suppose that. So we'll get the data in a different file, Java file, PHP file, and other file, Python file. So we need to transform them files also. Then we need to bring the data in a common format. Now, how can we spend time in this? That is the biggest problem we were facing in a data warehouse. So we need to enhance from the data warehouse to big data. And to move the big data was a distributed architectures. Likewise of the ATM. ATM is the best example of a big data. Suppose that we have a ATM. We open ATM in Delhi, and we have shifted to Mumbai. We can utilize that kind of card Mumbai also. Then after some time, after 6 months, we shifted to Pune. Then we can utilize that card through the Pune PTM. We can move to Chennai. We can utilize that card through the Chennai PTM. So all of things we are getting, we are doing through the different locations, and we are getting the service of Visa company of a RuPay or Visa, whatever you choose, or you open account through that. I'm not saying about this, but you are utilizing the service of it at many locations. So that is why you are getting, because you are getting the cloud services of the big data at a multiple locations. Means of that there are nodes, they are transferring the data from one location to other. Delhi ATM is transferring to Pune ATM is transferring to Chennai. All of them are transferring at all time. Whenever you are utilizing or not utilizing, whenever you need it, they can fetch the data from all of the cities. So that is all about the big data. Now comes to the what comes under big data. That is, you can understand black box data, social media data, stock exchange data, power grid data, transport data, and search engine and sensor data also comes under this. Okay, there are many database also available: operational database, historical database, and data mart. Means of that specific kind of a data. Specific means sales data, customer data, medical data. That is also okay. Now comes to the what kind of data that can store: structure, semi-structure, and unstructured. You can understand these all the 3 points from my video that I have created for a first unit, and that is also a part of first unit, but a last part of last 2 or 3 points of the first unit that I'm going to discuss today. But you can learn these 3 points also through this video. You will be able to learn what exactly is this in a clear way. Now the characteristic of the big data has been defined through the 5V's. Sorry, velocity means that with how much velocity data is coming to your system. That is the way of velocity. How much streaming of your video is good or not. Okay. Volume, how much data that you can get from the servers through the big data. How much data is your value defined? How much data is worthy? Variety means there are many type of variety of data you can store in your system through the big data by downloading structure, semi-structure, unstructured image, PDF, relational, table form. Okay, credit card information, all of things. Veracity, validity means your data should be authenticated through the big data. You are reliable through that. It means. Okay, now comes to the type of the big data component. There are 3 type of the big data component are very clear. There are 3 components I'm clearly say to you. The MapReduce, Hadoop, cloud technology, grid technology, and PP architecture. Hadoop is a kind of a heart of the big data technology that manage the whole big data, like the DBMS manage the relational database. That is the Hadoop here that can manage the big data through the, and it can manage the structure, semi-structure, and unstructured data as well. But the cloud technology provides the service likewise of the ATM. So ATM is also providing the service of big data to the multiple locations. You can manage. Grid technology is restricted to the cities. Means of that your RuPay card can restrict it to the cities, not be accessible to the country and out of country. So that is a kind of a technology just restricted to the country. Cloud is accessible to the international level. So now come to the type of how much data bases are available in a big data or a traditional data. So you can, I have already discussed, whenever you are getting the data on the daily basis, you can store the data in a database. Further, you can move to data warehouse, but in a data warehouse, you will have the distributed architecture where you will have the multiple kind of a data: historical database, current database, and the operational database on the daily basis, and a specific kind of a database like specific sales, customers, medicals, insurance, all of things in a single unit, in a big data unit, all will be available. So you can do the massively parallel processing. Huge data you can process simultaneously, and you can find out whatever you want, like the prediction, analysis, forecasting, whatever you want, because there will be available the statistical package, machine learning, data analytics, likewise SVM, all of things will be available there. You can do through that the prediction and classification also. Okay, so I have discussed that data distribution through the distributed architecture in big data has been made through the Hadoop, and Hadoop is like of a DBMS, but it can handle the unstructured data as well, but DBMS cannot. Okay, that is like a grid computing. Grid computing is restricted to the is likewise of a is a part of the cloud computing, but restricted to the cities or a particular company. Hadoop, part of the Hadoop is a map reduce. Map reduce means that map and reduce. It is a kind of a processing element, pre-processing element. It collects the data from the multiple sources and it transform into a particular format, in a common format, then reduce all the data in a 1 or 2 dimensions. That is a part of the map reduce. I'm saying to you, it collect the data from a multiple sources and transform in a common format. Likewise, multiple data is coming from a Java, PHP, and Python, and Julia, and other language. So it will transform in a common format C, and then it reduced to a 1 or 2 dimension, means of single array to 2-dimension array. Okay, now comes to the new topic, data analytic process. Their data analytic process are very simple. First of all, data requirement means of what kind of a specific domain do you want to collect of the data. It's sales data, customer data, medical data, and other kind of a data, whatever you want it, and whatever you are searching for a prompts. Second is the data collection, that you need to apply the certain kind of a technique, interview, survey, web mining, data mining, and other kind of a technique that you can do through the for the data collections. Okay. Another data processing means of that you need to handle the missing value, duplicacy, and incompleteness. Consistency you need to maintain in a data that to apply the machine learning algorithm or a data analysis. Data analysis means you are data cleaning. Another data cleaning means of that uncertain data you will find in a data that you need to clean, and you need to replace that kind of a data through the mean, median, mode, and binning method, and other kind of a method through the wave method. Also, you can do. The last one is the data analysis. You can do the data analysis through the data analysis algorithms, SVM, and chi-square test, and many kind of a tests also available. And you can do the visualization as well, and you can communicate that report internationally, publicly, privately, whatever you want. You can, I will share this PDF, you can learn through that, but okay. So there are certain data analytics, modern data analytics tools. R programming language, Tably, is a kind of a highly public software today and highly utilizable in a company. So you can learn this. Python is also, you know, that SAS, Apache Spark is a part of data analytic tool that is embedded in a big data also. Excel, MS Excel is a very good tools. You can do through this also data analysis. RapidMiner, 9, and SPSS, modern Clementine, also a modern data analytic tools. Reporting versus assets. What do you understand by the reporting? Reporting is a kind of a collection of the data and past data, not a collection of past data that have been performed, that had been utilized. Okay, that have become the knowledge. So that kind of data. Then and analysis of data, data collection, analysis of the data, and conclusion of the data. All three elements you are embedded in a PDF file is kind of a reporting. And analysis, what do you mean? Just a observation of the data, and on the basis of that observation, you are trying to find out some certain answer of certain questions. Means of that you want to know how much sales in the last 10 years. So it will be replied to you. And why? Because of the festival. Suppose that a simple reason. So that kind of a data you will embed in reporting. Conclude karenge, and then it, so analysis is a part of reporting. Okay. So you can also know that reporting should enable the user to ask what questions about the information, where the analysis answer to why. I'm saying now, how much sale in a last 10 years? Suppose 5 lakh. And why? Because of festival. So that is the part of analysis, but the reporting, it will be just about what? Okay, what is the data and what is the information and what is the data analysis of that particular, and what is the conclusion of that. That is three part will be embedded in reporting. Okay, you can write from here also. So that is your first unit has been completed today, and that is a not will be required, just a sufficient part. Second unit we will start, and soon. So thank you very much.